Shotgun, too. A little run and shoot action here for Kev Hamilton. Sets it up, fires, picked up by Rohan. He's got what he wants. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, FAMU. Big game, big win for the Florida A&M Rattlers.
Clouds gather on the horizon when thunder and lightning pierce the sky with faith but a glint in the eye of a fallen rattler and hope a lost friend when the sinew of the chest grows weary and the muscles in the legs grow tired from those hard charging linebackers. You must always remember the Rattlers will strike
Welcome back to another episode of the Stripe Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon, man. As you can see, I'm back out here, baby. I'm back out here, man. Back out here by the smokers today. Got some orders today from my partners. But welcome back to another episode of the Stripe Podcast on this beautiful Saturday, November 4th, man. Man, we got a big game today, dog. But let's recap last week's game, okay? Let's recap last week's game versus Prairie View A&M. Oh, it was ugly, baby. It was ugly, dog. Boy, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got the beginning of the second quarter. FAMU was already up. That was exactly what I told y'all was gonna happen, dog. I told you FAMU was this was gonna be the game where we saw it all complete, right? Prairie View's not a good team, no slight to them, but FAMU. A&M came out there last week, man. Jeremy Musa finished the game with 272 yards, 14 for 25, 3 touchdowns, one pick. Hey, it is what it is. Players mess up too. But man, it was a good game, man. It was a good game, man. The atmosphere in Bragg was beautiful, man. I ain't even get, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I swear, FAMU is selling more tickets than there are seats. Cause, bro, it was no seat, nowhere to sit in there, man. Nowhere to sit in the stadium in Bragg, man. So I stood up on the side, man. But I still, bro, I can see the Titantron or whatever, the Jumbotron. But, man, you can just feel it, though, man. You can feel it, man. The energy in Bragg was some serious. We need to get it there next week versus Lincoln. And then we need to come on, carry that on into the SWAC championship at Bragg, man. I can't wait for that one, man. Knock on wood on December the 2nd. But we had a good game on Saturday, man. We had a good game last Saturday. Homecoming was beautiful. Homecoming was wonderful. Prairie View, they thank you for coming. Really, that's all I got to say to you. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the festivities. Because that was an ugly loss you had to take, man. But hey, man, A&M did what they had to do, man. Jacquez Yant came in with 63 yards, 9 rushes, no touchdowns. The brother Terrell Jennings, man, keep doing it. I'm trying to tell you, man, about every game he scored a touchdown. You might not break. FAMU running backs not going to hit 100, but they going to have 1 or 2 running backs are going to score a game, man. But we had Terrell Jennings scoring last week, man. But that defense, I got to say, man, that's gonna be the key, dog. I played offense, only played in high school, played in offense, but defense wins games. I got to say, defense wins games, man. Defense wins games. That defensive front, I told you, man, Gentle Hunt, them boys, man, they get it done, man. They get it done, dog. They get it done. They held Prairie View's quarterback to 93 yards, 9 for 24, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Boy, that's an ugly day, boy. That's an ugly day. 10 carries for 60 yards for their running backs. That is an ugly day. That's an ugly day, man. That's no slack to him though, man. Hey, you came and got what you knew what you was gonna get, man, out of Tallahassee. But Prairie View, thank you for coming. Like I said, FAMU, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for making my words even more truer, man. Even more truer. That defense, dog. That defense, man. Anthony Dunn Jr. I talked about him before. The brother's only a sophomore, I believe. Just a sophomore. He's the leading pass rusher. He has the most sacks in the SWAC right now. Just a sophomore. I'm telling you, every year A&M churns out defensive stars. You got Marquise Bell with the Cowboys right now. You got Isaiah Lynn. You got Isaiah Major now. Man, you got Gentle Hunt coming up. Names just keep coming, man. Names just keep coming, dog. These boys, they playing. You got Griffith's son, man, out there showing out, man. It's building, man. Building, man. As Bragg builds, I love to see Willie Simmons, the team that he's building, bro. It's a team that's gonna be able to stand the times, man. We win the SWAC this year. If we was to go to the playoffs, we might get knocked out. I'm a realist. I like to be real with it. You might get knocked out, but I was saying 2 years, in a year or two, FAMU's gonna be right. FAMU's gonna be ready for the long haul, man. I think that once the offensive line gels together, we got to keep our players for another year, and I think it'll be next year be the year that it all comes together. Now we might have probably gonna have a different quarterback, but we're gonna have to rely on the run game. I love that change out. So you can't. I see a lot of people saying the offensive line need to step it up. Yes, they do need to step it up, but you have a quarterback that steps it up for them, right? But then next year, where the quarterback's probably I think most of this is last year. So next year you have a different quarterback, a solid offensive line to help that new quarterback. You see what I'm saying? I like the trade off that talent acquisition, man. That's what the college football world is all about, man. Talent acquisition, dog. And Willie Simmons, they're managing that roster pretty good. I gotta say. But this week we have a game versus Alabama A&M. Them Alabama teams play us tough now. You remember Alabama State a couple weeks ago, man? They played us tough at a home game. This time we go on the road to Alabama A&M to play the Bulldogs. Shoot, bro, it's 11-12. Play a game at 2:00. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a very good game. It's gonna be a hard-hitting game. Alabama A&M up front, defensively, stout, man. That's one thing I love about watching the SWAC football, man, is you might not get that talent like that all the time, but you get some players that's big and that's you got to push, you got to move, you got to be strong up front to be able to handle these boys at the SWAC, man. Every week, week in and week out. Now, FAMU, one of the only teams I gotta say we finessing. We finesse with it a little bit. Gentle Hunt a big dude, but he's not that big as some of these defensive players that we see. You know what I'm saying? But we finessing a little bit in the SWAC. I think that's what's helping us out, because when you come play FAMU, you get a whole different type of play in the SWAC, man. You're not getting that big strong. You're not getting them 300, 400, 350 defensive linemen on the FAMU side. You getting a good 315 fast with it, dog, moving off the line. So I think that's how we finessing these teams every week. But Alabama A&M, they got a pretty good defense, man. Pretty good defensive front. They run a 4-3. That third linebacker, he a nickel. So the slot's gonna have to get busy this week. The slot's gonna really have to get busy. Shareed, he every week he's showing out, man. He's showing out. They do have some physical defensive backs. They have some boys. I think number 0. He can get physical with it. He can get there. He can get there, man. He can get there. But defensively, they stout, man. They good. The safety play, I think we can dress them up, man. I think we can put a little bit of that venom sauce on them, dress them up, shake them up a little bit. I think we could throw them off with a lot of that movement. I think mismatches, like move that nickel. If we can mess around with that nickel and that them safeties, it's over for them. If we can mess around with the nickel and the safeties, if we can get their eyes looking somewhere, I like the RPO game this week. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen, man. I'm just telling you. I ain't got no notes from nobody. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. The RPO game gonna be nasty. I like Musa for over 3. I like Musa for over 3. Even though they got some physical DBs, I think it's gonna be a third quarter game, man. By the third quarter, it's over. You know, FAMU last week we ended in the first quarter. But this week, I think this is going to be a third quarter game. Second half, I don't believe we should come out there slow. That we have been playing night games, and then now we got a kind of early game. So that's going to be time difference though. So it may be 3:00 when the game go on. So but at our time, so they might be a little woke, but it's going to be a little different. But I like the RPO game on our side to handle business. Now, defense wise. Now I'm going to say this: they have the number one offense, total offense in the SWAC right now. They have Xavier Langford at quarterback. They run a pistol type offense. Now how they got the number one offense, I don't know. FAMU is number 3 right now in offense. Musa is the number one passer in the SWAC, but it's the running game that we don't really have right now because we have so many running backs with 3 running backs, which is once again setting up for next year. Willie Simmons, hand clap, brother, hand clap. I love that mindset, brother. Love that mindset. But offense wise, they're not, their record 4-4 doesn't tell. They're coming off a loss last week versus Alabama State, 16-31. So that offensive performance, but we play Alabama State, so we can't really talk. We know how Alabama State can take you to 4 quarters if they want to. But Xavier Langford, notch below. No disrespect to the brother, notch below Moose, man. Notch below Moose. The offensive line wise, huge in the center and guard. They're huge, big dudes. Tackles, they lean. Let me tell you, man. Line gentle up in that middle, dog. And I forgot. No, I don't know number 93's name, but I know that that man's a force in that middle. Line him up, man. Just eat him up. That's all you got to do today, bro. Line somebody over that center, man. He gonna get pushed back. Now, when you do push him back, shake off and get to that running back or that quarterback. But yeah, man, just line up over the center, dog. Just eat him up, bro. That's all I got to say, man. Line him up and eat him up, dog. I like Isaiah Major for, I don't know why his name just popped in my head. I like him for 2 sacks today, man. I like the brother Anthony Dunn, man. I like the brother Anthony Dunn for 4. I like him for 4. I like him getting off for some tackles, man. That's just a testament to our offensive line can't be that bad or can't be as what people think they are if they going up against this defensive line, this defensive front every day in practice, man. Or throughout the preseason in practice, dog, because that defensive line is eating, man. I believe in number one defense in the SWAC right now, man. Just do you, bro. That's all you got to do today, man. Just do you. Just do you, man. This is going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game, but third quarter game, man, it's over. Third quarter is over, man. FAMU should win, I believe, 31-10. 31-10 today. FAMU should win. Now, I want to be real quick with you because games start at 12, and I got to get these orders out. Now, let's talk about the SWAC West right now. There's going to be a big game today. Alcorn versus Southern. Alcorn versus Southern. Listen, you heard in the episode with Cardell want to play Southern one more time, right? I want Southern to come to town. I kind of want Southern to come to Tallahassee because it's always lovely when Southern comes to town. So I would like to see Southern, and it's gonna might be nice chili. They bring their gumbo. Go down to the vegan tally. Get you some Cardell gumbo. They can come in town, man, and we could parlay and party, man, as FAMU wins this SWAC championship. But I truly think, man, I think Southern gonna pull out versus Alcorn. Now I would like to see us matched up versus Alcorn, right? Alcorn State, just because I want to see how we're gonna do. I really want a test that we haven't seen yet, so I can see how we're gonna prepare for the Celebration Bowl. That's really how and truly what I'm thinking in my mind. I want to see how we prepare for the Celebration Bowl versus probably a North Carolina Central. I want to see how we prepare versus a team we haven't played before. I'm not Southern, that was a close game a couple weeks ago, but I think Southern's gonna win today. I think Southern's gonna beat Alcorn State today. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think that's gonna be a 4-quarter game, and I think that's one you're gonna want to watch tonight, man. But hey, man, as long as we handle business, dog, that's all that really matters, man. As long as FAMU handles business today versus Alabama A&M, like I told you, 31-10. I think FAMU will get out on them early. I think Alabama A&M will come back a little bit, but I think it won't be enough to fight the forces of that FAMU offense. FAMU's offense is high power, bro, and it's exactly what we like to see in A&M, man. On the intro, you see the Billy Joe show, and I truly think, man, the Billy Joe days are almost there. It's getting that feeling, man. It's getting that feeling again, man. The same thing with FSU over there with the Bobby Bowden days, how they getting that feeling, FAMU getting that feeling, and it's a wonderful time in the city of Tallahassee, man. I appreciate y'all one more time, man, for listening in to the Stripe Podcast. Make sure you supporting all these Rattlers and their endeavors. You got Cardell, Marcus Riley, different players, man. They're doing good things around Tallahassee, man. They're trying to get their businesses together. We support the university. You got to support the players as well. All right, I appreciate y'all. This is Stripe Podcast. I'm Brandon Johnson. Y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy these games, man. We got some good games today, man. We got some good games in the SWAC. We got some good games on the FCS level, FBS level, and the FCS level today, man. It's going to be a good day of football. All right, appreciate y'all, man.
Little run and shoot action here for Pep Hamilton. Sets it up, fires, picked up by Rojo. He's got what he wants. 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, FAMU. Big game, big win for the Florida A&M Rattlers.
Dark clouds gather on the horizon when thunder and lightning pierce the sky with faith but a glint in the eye of a fallen rattler and hope a lost friend when the sinew